after Dallas, we had a couple roster changes. We are no longer associated with Constant and or Centrial. Caden and Trent were both really, really nice guys. They were pretty decent teammates, if you ask me. We just felt that we didn't have the right chemistry as a squad, and they released themselves from the roster and posted as a team of two, and I think they're looking at a couple different opportunities. But with that being said, we picked up Kickisms and Vera. They are both two amazing players, and going into NOLA, I think we're going to be able to turn some heads, especially transitioning into a newer roster. We made some noise with Dallas as is, but being able to transition to those new rosters and those new players, I feel like both sets of the old roster will be a lot better off this way. Our old roster really just didn't have the time to grind consistently. We always felt like we were just piecing together a little bit of time here and a little bit of time there. And, you know, with these two new pickups, I feel like we had the ability to play a lot more. We have that already built chemistry between Dizo and the other two. And I feel like I'll just be able to fit right into the puzzle. We'll just have to work ourselves around each other, and I feel like that'll be a greater transition. With the new roster intact, my expectations aren't necessarily any different. My expectations are just to show up at the event, play well, brand ourselves, brand the organization, and just build that name. I'm not going to go in and set some number for myself on what I have to place. I'm just going to play each and every game like it's my loser's bracket, even if I am still in winner's bracket, and just play it like it's for my tournament life. And we're going to start there, and we're just going to see how far we can carry it out. My goal for this year is to really just branch myself and branch the organization into a household name. I'm trying to build this up alongside Cam, alongside Flynn, alongside Remy, alongside Army, alongside my roster and the other rosters that are all in the organization and the streamers. We're all making that hustle to try and push everything out just so it's a bigger light. You know, we're just working towards branching our names into this household figure. This year, I'm trying to really just build. I understand that World War II is this new game. A lot of players have came back. I came back myself. I was playing under a couple different organizations back in AW, back in Ghost, and after AW, Black Ops 3 just really wasn't the transition I needed. I was looking for more of a boot style gameplay. And now that we're back to World War II, it's time to really hit those building blocks again. I have to get myself back out there just as much as every player that hasn't played before. And, you know, with that being said, going to these events, hopefully I'm able to turn some heads and really build the name of everything as quickly as possible.
So yet again, we are deciding to go in another direction with our Call of Duty roster. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to the players that we did have for going down to that event for us. It just didn't seem to work out for us in this roster. Pretty much the whole reason for us deciding to drop that roster was simply because of the fact that there's an opportunity that we can use our funding to go out there and get a much better team that is going to be placing higher, that has already placed higher in this event and in previous events. So the current roster as stands is going to be Keiko, Harpo, Fatal, and Prophet. They're going to be going down to NOLA for us. They're all booked, all ready to go. I personally will be down there. You'll be seeing some great footage from that event. The team that we have now is going to be doing some big things. They're already well known in the community. They're very, very good players, very talented. For me, Call of Duty is one of my favorite esports. It's one of the reasons why I got into esports. So for me, having a really good roster is very important to me. And as a lot of you guys know, there are a lot of Call of Duty teams going to these events. It is very, very hard to actually go out there and find a good roster. And I think we found a great roster with this team. And they're going to be doing some things this year. They're going to be making a lot of noise. They already have been in the 2Ks and placing well at these last events. Keiko had a very good placing for the first event. So we'll see what this roster has. They have a lot of good players that you haven't heard of before, but I'm telling you this right now, you are going to know them after this event. They are going to be in your face good. They are that kind of good. They're going to be all over the place. People are going to be watching them, and I'm telling you this right now, this team has the talent to go into pool plays and make a lot of noise. So look out for it this year. This team is going to be something to watch out for, and I'm more than proud to pick them up as our roster.
up if you can
Guys,
stay
they're
up.
playing our home. They're playing our home. They're playing our home, guys. Everyone else spawn, go our home. Whoever spawns, go right to our home.
Yeah, there's one.
I'm
There's one. He's sitting. There's one on there, Luigi.
Senti.
I'm baiting him for a break.
I'm ripped
Good
back
job, we
here.
got one. Yo,
He's down.
Ross,
One more.
Yo, two more, guys. Kill this kid.
Yo,
Kill
look,
this kid.
guys,
You
take
can
your
play the
time,
whole-
Santi. That's last two, guys. That's last two. Take your time. Take your time. That's last two on our hill.
Literally 2v1 him. Literally 2v1 him.
Ross is one shot.
Get a cap.
It's all good, yo. They can't do anything. Yo, now who's spawning me? Draven, I'm here. Draven, push him. I have shots. And you're down. You don't know how to play the game. You fucking idiot. Yo, like, get in the hill. Get in the hill.
It's 57.
Everyone get in the hill.
Pod
That's a
7-0.
7-0. Yep, let's go.
Did I even die? Did I even die 100 seconds? You guys literally fucking can't keep me dead for more than 2 minutes. Like, are you serious?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Pretty much in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that's happening with the Gears of War roster for Avail, things we could look forward to, things I'm going to get back together for this team, the way I'm going to build this team, the placings I think we're going to be able to come out of, things like that. So I'm just going to start off with my history in Gears of War 4 as a whole. So I went to 3 events in Season 1. I went to MLG Columbus, MLG Atlantic City, and MLG Vegas. And for all those 3 events, I didn't get the placings I wanted. It was placings that were okay, but weren't up to my expectations. And then Season 2 started, and I went to the first event, which was MLG Dallas. And that event as well, it just wasn't what I expected. I definitely expected at least a top 16 placing with this team that I went with, and we got 25th. The roster at Dallas consisted of me, Jaws, Tilligent, Lurpsy, and Wingos. The roster wasn't bad in any way. I honestly thought we were a good team. I think we meshed really well. I just think when it came event time, when it came against us going against Impact Gaming on Saturday, I just truly believe we didn't show up. I don't think we played to our full potential in any way. We lost tiebreaker map. I think we could have played a lot better than what we did. And that's why I feel like the team changes had to be made in the way to make us grow as a team. But how I'm going to make this team better in the long run, basically at this point in Avail, my teammate Tilligent is going through a lot of personal problems. He's going through a lot of real life things right now, and he can't focus on the game. So he's basically quitting Gears until all that is situated. So we just got to keep moving forward. Without Tilligent on this team, it hit us hard. He was one of our good talents, one of our slayers. So without him on this team, I feel like something drastic needed to happen because it's not the same team if we don't have him on the team because he was one of the core, I feel like. So we're going to have to move forward on that and consider all options. What I'm going to do as the captain of Avail, I'm just going to completely wipe the roster and come up with the best roster I possibly can for Mexico City. I'm going to basically get the 4 best players I can and then just build chemistry and practice, grind every day until we build that chemistry and we get better as a team. I think that's the best thing that's possible for us. For me, getting the best players I possibly can and just, working out the kinks with them. I already have a few players in mind that I think I'm already going to have chemistry with, and I think we'll mesh well. And they're good players at that too, so that's going to be really good for us.
Shifting focus over to Gears of War, they placed 25th at MLG Dallas. For Gears of War, they did a great job. Hines and company, I thank all of them for all that they do. I wish nothing but the best, but we decided to go in another direction. So basically, Hines sat down with me and he said, we're going to go in another direction, and he wanted to make this right because he knows a lot of people are doubting him, a lot of people are doubting the roster that he put together before, and are now doubting the current roster that he has, and he's very adamant about the fact that the roster he puts together is going to bring Avail to the top. He feels it. He knows this is his year. He knows that he's going to do everything he can to be at the top. And again, thank you to those players that we had at Dallas. I wish nothing but the best for them. They're great players, talented players, great professionals. Hines sat down with me and said, I'm going to start from scratch and pick my roster from there. From that, he teamed with Lurpsy again, who was there at the last event. Kid has got a lot of talent. He is a young stud. And he ended up picking Draven, Chansey, and Bello for this event and immediately making noise. I mean, I know it's nothing to brag about, but they were starting to take rounds off of Optic. I think like in the 2K, they lost like 7-4, 7-5. That's huge on the first day of teaming as a roster. They're rolling through every team they play. They've got a lot of talent. They're already a top 20 team, and you know, from talking to Heinz, he thinks talent-wise, they are easily a top 20 team playing at their worst. Like, talent-wise, they are up where they were without even trying, essentially. So this team is going to make a lot of noise, and I'm excited for this year. We've got a lot of big things planned in 2018. Watch out for us, because this is going to be the year of the Shark, and I'm telling you this right now. You better jump on board this bandwagon before it's too late.
More evolved than you are is gonna fucking do better than you just because his genetics are better. He's stronger than you. He's faster than you. No matter how many times you do sprints, squats, whatever, he's gonna be stronger and faster than you just because of how he was born, which is crazy to me, but that's how sports are. But esports is like, I feel like esports literally is how much time you put into the game, how you look at the game mentally. The way I feel about it is the amount of time I put into this game and how much I give it mentally, like how much I want to get better and succeed in this game. I feel like that's why I'm always going to succeed in this game. Like, no matter how many people doubt me, no matter how many people think like, oh yeah, fuck Heinz, oh that kid sucks, whatever. Like, I'm going to fucking make it in this shit just because I know how I am mentally, especially in a game. Like, I want this shit, and I know I have the mentality to get better every single day I'm on. So, like, as long as I have the mentality, like, they ain't shit stopping me. That's how I feel.
Hey,
Some real shit,
one kid here,
Cameron.
guys. It's only one kid.
I don't know where he's at. He's still here.
He's ripped. He's very hurt. Very hurt.
I got my gun. I'm being full out.
They're old home.
Source.
They're flying at me.
He's down. There's another one.
Mirror's down, Mirror's.
Fighting.
I'm cleaning
I'm
it.
being
I'm cleaning
straight
it.
line.
Look at drone.
Got him.
He's dead.
Four dead.
Top five. For the fucking bread, bro. We don't lose for the fucking bread. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
You're supposed to say it, Will. Come on, man.
Is that my trap now? Oh no, it's the enemy's trap. I thought that was my trap. I thought I deflected it. Can you do that? I don't know if you can.
So we really wanted to get into content again because that's basically where our roots were back in 2015. We actually started as a content creation team. So with content, we have a lot of talented streamers underneath of us. Right now, we do not have any YouTubers at the moment, but we're looking to change that in the future. Streamers we currently have underneath of us are Chi.
I can't see through people.
Fun fact. Widow right side.
I got her.
It's coming right.
Or somehow see him walk out and ult and
Alright, I forgot to switch thoughts again. Okay, so I just got playing the game.
What the fuck? Husker.
Gotta get those quick scopes.
King Wizard.
Hey, King, save me if you love me.
Save you?
Never mind.
I love
no,
you?
you can't save me. Peek window. They're gonna be window. They're gonna be window. They're gonna be window.
Bro, I will save you. Watch. Oh!
King, you're my fucking hero, baby!
Bro, I got you. Let's go.
Vertex.
Let's go. We can destroy them all there. Let's go, boys.
Crone?
You see him? You see him? He's still driving in circles.
He left the Discord.
But can you see his car?
Yeah. Wonder where he went.
Oh my god!
Oh.
And Taylor Zell.
I was really gonna try and do this. What? You're gonna kill us! Oh my god!
Get it down off the roof, we need it. Are you serious? This is my teammate. These are my teammates.
Somebody clip that shit!
These are my teammates.